Hey crafters, it's Maymay again, and tonight we're going to do a fun little project using, my favorite, orange slices. If you remember, and I think I talked about it in another video, that the orange slice pumpkin was the first video I ever did for YouTube. I'll link that in the information bar below for you to be able to watch it. But tonight is going to be kind of, well, orange slices meet card. That's what we'll say it is. So I wanted to show you something that I came up with. You guys are probably a lot like me, and your craft ideas probably come to you when you're asleep. And so I got this in a dream, and I thought it was kind of fun. I was like, okay, I can make that. Now, there's a lot of things you need to do to prepare for this one, and you use your Cricut craft room to do it. I'm going to do a separate tutorial showing you how to get the paper cuts from your Cricut craft room, but I'm going to show you how to put them together in this video. So once I make that video, I'll link it in the information bar below. Okay, so here's what you'll need. You'll need 4 or 5. I'm going to use 4, but I have an extra one in case something happens, like somebody eats it. I don't know who that would be, but I'm going to use 4 orange slices. I'm going to be using a Close to My Heart ink, and this color is Desert Sand. I'm going to be using some Tuxedo Black ink from Memento. We'll move that out of our way. I'm going to be using a stamp set from Close to My Heart. This is the September stamp of the month. And when I bought my Artiste cartridge, my rep was doing a little special. And this is one of the things that I got. I was really excited because it says pick of the patch, or pick of the patch. And this is one I had been wanting. So look how cute. Oh, lots of cute things. But I digress. Let's get going. You're going to need a stamp set with a sentiment of some sort. I'm going to use pick of the patch. And then you're going to need some cling wrap or whatever it is that you use. You know, like for covering bowls and pots and things like that when you're done. You'll need these cuts from your Cricut. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do that in a separate tutorial. But basically, it's a banner for the sentiment. It's a leaf for the top of our pumpkin. It is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 base. The only thing that's different is this piece here is actually got the oval cut out of it, and this is what I designed in the Artiste cartridge using Cricut Craft Room, and I also designed this little scallop. So you will need those cuts, but let's get started. First things first, what you want to do is you want to take 4 or 5, but like I said, I'm going to use 4 because I think 4 fits the hole I cut out best. So I'm going to place 4 orange slices right here in this saran wrap, or cling wrap, and then I'm just going to wrap this around all the way across. Now you'll still have some playtime with it in a minute, but let's try to get it tight. And we want to wrap again. Okay, so I've basically made like a half orange slice pumpkin. So when you pick it up, you want to make sure you do get that orange slice pumpkin, half orange slice pumpkin shape. Easy for me to say. So you're going to just pull on your saran wrap until you kind of get that shape like this. And then twist at one end, okay? And then twist at the other. Now, those twists will stay semi. They will not stay permanent, but they're going to stay pretty good, okay? So you're just going to sit that to the side for now. Now this is where this little part of the card comes in, and the scallop. So I want to take this scallop and I want to glue it around this edge. Now I'm going to do that using a 2-way glue pen. You can hear my puppy dog running. She hears me talking. Actually, she heard the saran wrap. She thought it was her treats. Hello, Trixie. It's not your treats. It's not your treats. You just thought it was. So a little glue pen all the way around. Close that lid up. And then we're just going to put this around our little oval. Okay. You want to be pretty precise. You know, it's really hard to line these little guys up. But look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. So now you're going to take your orange slices that you've got here and you've twisted the edges. And now what I want to do is just make sure these edges stay really twisted, okay? Because I think they will help us out in the end if they're really, really tight. So I'm going to twist, twist, twist and get them as tight as I can with just my fingers. And then I'm going to place them underneath the circle that I cut out. Just taking the cardstock and just putting it on top. Now this is actually paper, not cardstock, so it's a little more malleable to work with. And so see, it kind of locks itself in anyway, your little orange slices. And then we're going to flip the card over. Now this is where you're going to do kind of your cheater method. I should have mentioned you'll want some Scotch tape. So I'm just going to get a couple of pieces of small tape. And right here, I'm going to run a piece of tape here to hold it in place. And then also here. Now the other thing you're going to want to do is cut away anything that hangs off the edge. Any of that cling wrap. You can even cut, like if you wanted to cut into the cling wrap to make it even shorter, so you know you don't see it from the edge, you can do that too. Alright, so there is step number 1. Now for step number 2, and you see when I pulled this off my mat, it kind of separated because it's paper, but nobody will see it, it'll be fine. For this step, what we want to do is we want to run some ATG. Okay, I'm going to run a little extra because of that ripped piece at the top. And you're going to want to run this, and you'll hold your orange slices kind of to the side so that the ATG will run. Okay, and you'll just kind of lift this up. You can use a different adhesive. This is just my go-to adhesive. Okay, so now we've got our ATG. And you can see that that's staying in place pretty good for you to be moving around like that. So now you bring your card base over, and you want to place this on that card base, and you want to press it down really snug. Okay, so you get a little bit of like wrinkly right here, but I really think that's alright. It kind of just looks, you know, homemade. So then I'm going to take my We Are Memories Keeper corner chomper, and I'm going to use the 1/4 inch, and I'm going to corner chomp these the card base just to kind of match my rounded edge. I would use cardstock for this piece that's laying on top because it's just a little too flimsy, but for this demonstration I'm using the paper. Alright, and now I have our cute little leaf. Now I'm going to cut this little bit off at the bottom, this little circle piece, because we don't need it, but that was the little design that was in the Artiste. And I also want to run my finger around these a little bit and just get some dimension out of them. Just kind of work them up like so. Okay, and then I'm going to use a mini glue dot because I want it to stay in place. So I'm going to stick a little glue dot, then we'll stick it right here, and I don't like it right there, I'm going to move it over. Because we're going to add a stem right here. And all we're going to do with that is just take a piece of brown paper. Like I had this scrap of brown that I just had in my scrap pile. And I'm going to cut a piece off, about like that. And that's a little too tall, so I'm just going to make it a little shorter. And I'm going to glue dot it down as well. You know, this will be cute for school or given to the teacher or something, or really, you know, you can give this to your friends and family that kind of know you because you're going to be touching orange slices to do this. Okay, so I'll move this out of the way. And now, this is where the 2 inks come into play. You can ink the entire thing all the way around. I didn't on that one, but I do want to ink my little sentiment banner. So I'm just going to take a sponge, and this is just an old one that I had laying around. And I'm just going to ink this little banner just for some dimension. And I'm really just barely doing the edge. This is close to my heart paper, and it has the white core, so I like to do that sometimes. The other papers didn't have that white core. And you don't need to do both of the banner tips. Again, this is just the banner that was on the Artiste cartridge. You really just need one tip because we're going to cut one off. Okay. Put it this way. And now, using our Memento black ink, I'm going to ink up pick of the patch. And because I'm going to cut one edge away, I want to go closer to one, and this is the one that I inked. So I'm going to go closer to this edge and stamp. Okay, isn't that cute? I love that one. That's really, really cute. And I can move this orange slice out of the way. Move this out of the way. Now I want to bring the little card back over. Okay. And I'm going to see where I want this. And I really want that little flag to show. And I really want this to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to put it down first and then flip it over and trim it off. I think that'll be easier. And I'm not going to worry about doing this on dimensional because I'm planning to give it away. And if if you don't have to give away too many, that's fine. But if you're going to give away several, you might, not want to put them on dimensional just because it'll use so much of your dimensional adhesive. Okay, and then I'm going to cut away the excess. And there you have it. It's an orange slice done a little bit different. It looks like it's three-dimensional as well, so you can see how cute. I think it's really, really cute. Again, use cardstock for this top layer. You can use cardstock for the base, and then you'll get a really firm hold. There you go. Just a simple little project. I hope you enjoy it. See you later, and happy Halloween!